Hello there, yes, this is my reaction to the British Soap Awards. EastEnders. What happened to EastEnders, hey? Well, not very much. They won nothing apart from Adam Waddiott's Special Achievement Award. So that says a lot, doesn't it? This is a reality check for EastEnders and the BBC, and for its delusional fans that it's got at the moment, where they're the skin deep brigade. Oh yeah, what about Fat Boy, yeah? Oh, what about this one, what about that one? Are they going to get together? Yep, that's not EastEnders. The whole concept's been betrayed. Tony and Julia created a wonderful show, and now the fans have said, no, this is wrong, and they told them that by not voting for EastEnders. I can't remember the last time EastEnders never won an award. I remember EastEnders winning awards when, quite a few years back, it was a load of rubbish, with Johnny Allen and all of that jazz. So, for EastEnders to be winning nothing just shows how bad it's gone, rock bottom. It's never been this bad before, and people are beginning to say as well, even the biased EastEnders fans. Can you hear that tumbleweed blowing from Albert Square? Yep, it's in serious trouble, boys and girls, and it's only going to get worse. I mean, this last week we've had the press release that Ronnie Mitchell is coming back and David Wicks is coming back, but where are the new original characters? Every time they create a new character, it's flat, it's the wrong actor casted, it's the writing is just totally wrong, and I mean, look at Kirsty, absolutely awful. I apologise in advance to the actress, but your character is awfully written and you're not the right girl to be in EastEnders. I mean, I don't know where they got Kirsten from, but she's not an EastEnders actress, if an actress at all. And I know that sounds harsh, but this is a harsh industry, and truth has to be spoken, because we're the ones who sit there for a bit of escapism, for a bit of, we used to watch EastEnders and love it, but what the casting, especially with EastEnders, is absolutely terrible. But anyway, moving on. Not pois for EastEnders. BBC, you need a long hard think. I've written to you, I've got ideas, get in touch with me. But Hollyoaks, the rise and rise of Hollyoaks is absolutely phenomenal when you think about what Phil Redmond come up with all those years ago. It was an alternative to other soaps. It always had a couple of million viewers. It always did well. But now it's doing something that it's never done before. It's starting to compete with the big boys. EastEnders, Emmerdale and Coronation Street. 5 awards, which is 5 more than what EastEnders won. It's just an amazing achievement. Only finished second in the awards stakes to Coronation Street. Coronation Street won Soap of the Year. I think Hollyoaks was the Soap of the Year, by the way, but Coronation Street won a few awards as well, which put it over Hollyoaks. But, to finish behind Coronation Street is a major achievement for Hollyoaks. And when you think EastEnders won nothing, this was really a British Soap Awards to send shivers down everybody's spine, especially the big soaps, because basically what that says to them, that Hollyoaks is really being worked on. The people working on Hollyoaks now are working hard to make it a serious soap. It still features a lot of young people, a lot of teen storylines, but it's mixed up with a lot of major storylines as well. And what's happened now, Hollyoaks is more of an all-round soap. It caters to everyone. It probably caters to more different demographics than Coronation Street, EastEnders and Emmerdale do put together, actually. Coming from the teenage standpoint, but it's also got adult characters. It's also got different kind of people from different walks of life. And right now it's at the top of its game. And I will say to Channel 4, you should be moving that on a later time. 7, 7:30, 8 o'clock. That will send even more shivers down the big boys' spines. Hollyoaks is, gaining momentum, as I've said, and this is a really important time for the soap and for soap in general, because Hollyoaks is really changing what it means to be a soap. Because basically Hollyoaks can be something that the other soaps can't be. Hollyoaks can be anything it wants. It can be a gritty indie movie if it wants. It can be a jokey kind of teen movie if it wants. It can be gripping. It can be compelling. It can deal with amazing social issues. The bullying, the internet, the cyber bullying they dealt with last year when Emma Chiswick was the showrunner, not Brian Kirkwood. Important that Emma, gets the credit she deserves, because mainly Hollyoaks won Soap of the Year because of Emma Chiswick and the work that she did last year. And really, that social networking bullying was a very important piece, brilliantly acted and brilliantly written. And this is what Hollyoaks can do now. Hollyoaks can be anything it wants. And that's a problem for EastEnders, Corrie and Emmerdale, because they can't. Emmerdale is set in a rural village. Coronation Street is Coronation Street. It's always going to be a bit dramatic, a bit comedy. And EastEnders, who knows what EastEnders is anymore? They've gone down this road now where they have decided where they're going to be light and fluffy and funny. Well, that's not EastEnders, is it? That's not what Tony and Julia conceived. So, and people are starting to stamp their feet about it, and I'm surprised with the BBC and the BBC's attitude to where EastEnders is heading. As I say, I've always been surprised that someone like Sharon Marshall is writing episodes now and again. I don't get that. I don't know who she knows within the BBC, because as I've always said, if Sharon Marshall can write EastEnders episodes, I can write EastEnders episodes, you can write EastEnders episodes, because all she is a journalist. All she is someone who talks about soaps. And all of a sudden, is she more of an expert on soaps than we are? What, because she sits in the This Morning studios and gets to review them and watch them before we do? No, I'm sure Sharon Marshall is a lovely lady, but at the end of the day, she should not be even anywhere near EastEnders. EastEnders needs someone like Phil Redmond, as I've said before, big operation, a big change to change everything and to really start again. It needs proper gutting out, and it doesn't look like the BBC want to do that. I mean, as I've, talking about, when you bringing back these old characters like David Wicks and Ronnie Mitchell, you think, yes, that's great and that's exciting, but the problem is they're not going to be written properly. And where's, repeating myself, but where are the original characters? They can't create them. They don't know what they're doing, and that's the problem. That's not just me saying that. That's a lot of people saying that. So let them carry on, because Hollyoaks is on the rise. I'm loving Hollyoaks, and I'm going to champion Hollyoaks to be on, as I said, on a later time, and to really mess with the other soaps. As I said, Emmerdale and Hollyoaks, the best soaps of 2012/13. Coronation Street's been okay. Too busy dragging out stories all the time, I think. EastEnders, it's all been said. It's not good. I don't know why I watch it. I watch it for the hope of it improving, and really I'm watching it quite intrigued to what will happen. What will the BBC do? Because eventually there is no avoiding it. They're going to have to make a decision about EastEnders, because their decision to take it down this young fluffy hip thing has not worked, because if you're going to do that, you've got to do it properly, and you still got to have drama in it. And the drama is minimal. I mean, I think the big storyline is that Eva's going to kiss her ex. I mean, they're the kind of things that are being leaked from EastEnders, and we're meant to be excited. We're meant to want to tune in. But this all goes back to as well, I mean, there's been problems with EastEnders for years, but when they blatantly lied to us and said on Christmas Day that episode will be a blockbuster episode, they insinuated that Derek Branning would be murdered. He had basically a heart attack. No one was at fault. There was no drama to be had. I mean, plus nobody really cared about Derek Branning. I think within the show or out the show, he was a failure of a character. Jamie Fordman's inclusion didn't work. They brought him in thinking independent movie guy. He's done a few gangster films. There's a lot of street cred to be had here, but it didn't work. You can't really blame Fordman. Fordman's a one-trick pony. He can only play it that way. He plays nasty really well, but they were too scared to really go with what he was doing with the nasty, and they tamed him. They made him like some poor schmuck. It didn't work, and in the end the character was a joke. But if they went with Fordman's big performances of being a nasty bastard and just went along with that, he probably could have been pretty interesting. But that's not with their remit now. They don't want to be compelling. They don't want to be dramatic, and that's why EastEnders has won nothing this year in the British Soap Awards, and Hollyoaks, which I'm sure EastEnders think is beneath them, but it's not, is now the big boy. It might come second to Coronation Street, but this time next year, Hollyoaks could be the biggest show. So congratulations, Hollyoaks, for your massive British Soap Awards win. It's well deserved. I'll be watching tonight. I love the soaps. Don't you?